Usually one of the first people here. Come to the office in the morning. Aside from normal things like checking emails and getting ready for the day, today's special because we're also testing for NWEA, so I have the command center up here. All right, ready to film Student Council 360. Where is everybody? This is so annoying getting middle schoolers here at 7 a.m. They're always late. I can't take it anymore. Ah!
Kim, your Student Council Public Relations Officer.
And I'm Prashasti Hoya, your President.
Mr. Benner always helps us with our script when filming Student Council 360 videos.
And he also comes to all of our events, such as the dances and the barbecue.
Mr. Benner also attends all fundraisers, such as recently being stuck to the wall for a Stuck for a Buck event.
He also comes to all of our PTA meetings in support of us.
Coming out for morning arrival to greet the kids. Good morning, Mr. Fenty, Mr. Tremonti, how are we?
Hey, Mr. Benner, how are we doing? Mr. Benner, perfect timing. We can't take this anymore. There's cars pulling in the bus loop, they're letting their kids out. It's mayhem out here. It's like cats and dogs living together. It's like the end of times.
Steve's there every morning at morning arrival to not only greet the staff, but to greet the students and make sure that their day starts on a positive note.
Good morning. What's up? Hey, there we go. Good morning. Good morning.
The relationships that Steve has with his students and learners are authentic, and you can see that by the conversations they're having with each other in the morning.
Hi, Mr. Benner.
Morning, Marco. How you doing, kid?
Good, how are you?
What do you got today?
Many classes.
Making sure that he's there, talking about the wrestling meets they had the day before, or any events that were taking place in the school that they were a part of.
You ever gonna go inside, or are you just gonna stand here all day and talk to us?
Stand here all day and talk to you.
Go in.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Up next in my day is we have Math PLC to talk about scales. Hey, Math PLC. How are we doing this morning? What, no food today?
No, come on, we have real questions.
Oh, go ahead.
How does that evidence translate to a score we can use when we're talking to parents?
All right, well, I think the evidence translates
Wait a minute, but how many pieces of evidence do we have to have?
All right, well, I think the pieces of evidence...
How do I provide feedback on Empower?
There's too many questions!
Okay, Steve has been a really big part of developing our scales and helping us to update the curriculum. We appreciate that Steve is really approachable when we have a lot of questions and we're seeking guidance as we are developing the new initiatives.
There's nothing better than to have Steve alongside with us, learning and growing with us as he does the scales in his own class as well. To have an administrator as a part of that is huge for us.
We are very happy to have Steve a part of our team. He's helpful, he answers our questions, he gets back to us if he doesn't know the answer to our questions. We feel that Steve is intelligent, supportive, and realistic. He's down to earth, and we appreciate seeing that side of him.
Heading up to Social Studies PLC right now. Madison, why are we in the halls? Get back to class.
Okay.
Almost at Social Studies PLC for period 2. We have an exciting new initiative that we're going to talk about right now. All right, team, news from the top. AI is here. Let's go. Let's brainstorm.
Let's get started. Here we go.
All right, so let's think about what units can we implement it in. Expansion, so.
Civics.
Energy, obviously.
Oh, that's a good one.
Of course, NHD.
Steve has been a mentor for Jack and I. It has been a pleasure to collaborate with him and reimagine the 7th grade curriculum in social studies over the years.
Steve helps us be at the forefront of our social studies curriculum, whether it's civics, AI, or playlists. Steve is the leader for our social studies team.
Steve always encouraged us to do what's best for the kids.
Steve has been a mentor for me over the years and has provided me such support in my first years as a teacher here in Mineola.
All right, let's now brainstorm what we're having for lunch.
The social studies team does its best thinking over a good meal.
Steve, I don't know what's happening, but they keep sending the kids down. Didn't we send an email that said, please call the office first? We have tons of kids coming down with NWA problems.
NWA problems? Don't panic, Mary Alice!
I'm not panicking. You're the one panicking. I'm just saying we have some issues going on.
Okay, so I've been working with Steve the past few years since he started here at Mineola.
I have never met anyone that works as hard as he does. He's here after school. He's here on the weekends. He's so dedicated to the kids. He is the best person for this job. He's also a little bit crazy when he's filming and when he needs to get his Apple products brand new. But we all put up with that. Besides being really good with the kids, he's really good with the technology. He helps me, he helps the kids. We do NWA together, we do the state testing together.
All right, NWA is chugging along nicely. Hello? I'll be right there. I just got a call from 207. There seems to be some kind of disturbance in the classroom. Let's see what's going on. Hi, Miss Fusco. What's going on?
Hello, let's go, boys. Out in the hallway. Tell Mr. Benner what you did.
You're throwing paper airplanes in class.
Again? 201. Let's go.
I love that Steve is very organized and he's got systems for everything in place. So when there's issues with the students and there's some behavior problems going on, we know exactly what to do, and he always follows up with the students and with the teachers and makes sure that it's handled properly.
Steve is always supportive and encouraging of both teachers and students. He's the teacher's biggest cheerleader, and he's also the kids' biggest cheerleader. I think it's really inspiring that he has such positive relationships with all the learners in the building and really gets to know each and every student so that he can help them in both disciplinary issues but also any issues that they may have.
Are we going to behave in Miss Fusco's class?
Yes, Mr. Benner.
Are we going to throw paper airplanes again?
Maybe. Mr. Benner's always there for me and always helps me with my grades in school. Even if I'm in trouble or having a rough day, I can go to Mr. Benner's office and talk to him. Since Mr. Benner's the dean, he always keeps everyone in order. Mr. Benner can be funny sometimes. He can also be serious in serious situations. And I also jack Mr. Benner's starburst. And also, Mr. Benner's first name is Steve.
Aiden! Please book 10 buses for Boston next year. That way, if 5 of them don't work, we can still go.
Boston was a fun experience because we got to do a lot of things, like going to Boston Harbor and going to a lot of places and going to the Science Museum.
It was like a fun experience, and I'm glad that Mr. Benner trusted the whole 7th grade to have a night at Boston and to be able to stay in our rooms by ourselves.
Mr. Benner also took us to medieval times where we got to see horses, knights.
And we also got to eat with our hands.
I was in Mineola things, and Mr. Benner made it a fun experience when we weren't being used. And we would also end with having pizza. It would be really fun filming.
Mr. Benner always knows how to put a smile on our faces and always knows how to make things fun for us.
Excellent. Oh, wait, I hear the fire alarm. I gotta go. Mr. Stefano, how we doing up there?
Second floor's all clear with the kids, but Papa Bear's missing.
Papa Bear's missing? I have to find him.
Man down, send help.
False alarm, everybody. Just a little burnt toast.
Papa Bear out. Steve's also an integral part of the safety committee and making sure that when we meet that we're talking about things that directly affect the staff, the students, and the school in general. So he's a huge part of the school and an integral part of the Mineola community in general.
So I just want to give a little feedback on working with Steve. It's been an absolute pleasure. From day one, working in PLC with him, he's always been a guiding force and really supporting us and helping us get through some really difficult situations and growing our curriculum and making sure we're impacting all of our different learners.
Steve is not only an integral part of the Mineola community and the Mineola Middle School, but I feel myself honored to work with Steve and call him a friend as well.
And then on the safety committee, I know I've had the opportunity to continue to work with him, and he's so insightful, always open to feedback, and just wants to make the school a better place. So it's been an absolute pleasure working with Mr. Benner.
All right, I've had it. You get detention, and you get detention, and you get detention, and you get detention.
Mr. Benner, can I just see my office for 1 second, please?
So it's always refreshing to work with an administrator who has such passion and care for the students and who really goes above and beyond to make these connections with them, like walking in the hallways with him and seeing everybody want to come up to him and greet him, even though he's the dean, right, and gives discipline.
Throughout my time here in Mineola Middle School, Steve is always around to help regarding students, whether it's collaborating with teachers or parents. His role down here in guidance has been tremendous.
He really takes the time and the effort to get to know all of the students, and it shows with the connections he's made, and that really does just help us really be able to help them on a social emotional level.
He's always around to support our agency hours or our pride assemblies. I know I can always come with him with an idea for a funny video or a commercial, and he is always there to make sure that whatever we do down here comes out to the screen to our students.
Got some troublemakers from the cafeteria.
Mr. Benner, code yellow, code yellow.
Bananas again?
Bananas, yes, bananas.
Always bananas. I gotta go see what they're doing. This is ridiculous. You better not be doing the 1-bite challenge.
Why would I be doing that?
Better not. Lunch detention, out, 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 out.
So Mr. Benner always comes down and has my back and everybody else's back to ensure that the kids are outside and playing and having a good time.
Mr. Benner, he comes down to the cafeteria and checks on his students.
He plays games with us at recess.
Mr. Benner, how do you always start with the medallion?
How's living in sturdy steps?
But on a more serious note, there's been a lot of things that Steve has done for me personally. One of them, I actually printed out my observation that he did for me because it was so nicely stated, and the things that really are important to me, he said in that. I give him credit all the time for my picture taking because he convinced me to do this, and now I have this great passion of taking pictures, but most importantly, he is just such a kind, generous human being that gives himself and is so dedicated to these kids. And if I got to choose somebody I would want to retire and have as, you know, in my corner and part of my staff, it would be Steve.
On my way up to teach the DAC class for period 7. Working on civics and NHD.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be late.
Nico Lago, stop running.
Saved by the bell, Mr. Benner, saved by the bell.
How's everybody doing? All right, let's see how NHD is going. What's the matter, Sajmi?
Mr. Benner, NHD's on Sunday.
I know, 3 days away, you'll be okay.
We haven't memorized our lines.
Calm down. Ishwa, what's the matter?
I'm stressed that I'm not even going to Hofstra.
Printer has no ink.
Where's the annotated bibliography?
Yo! We'll be okay.
Okay.
Not only is Mr. Benner a great dean, but he's an awesome teacher, and he has a great sense of humor, and he teaches me a lot of stuff.
I love the energy Mr. Benner brings into class, even though most of it is from the Pepsi he drinks.
Mr. Benner makes lessons as fun as possible.
Right now we're having a competition called the Civics Playlist. Whoever wins gets to have a pizza party.
In civics, Mr. Benner also taught us the F word, federalism.
In 3 days, we have NHD at Hofstra, and Mr. Benner is helping us prepare for it.
Overall, Mr. Benner is a great teacher and dean.
And we appreciate what he's done for the school.
We're also really disappointed in him that he returned the Vision Pro.
Teaching is done. I'm on my way down to our admin meeting with Amy and Raquel for 8th period. Hey guys, ready for the admin meeting? You got this giant water bottle in my spot again for my laptop.
All right, guys, let's talk digital promise.
I think for the visit, we could really focus on the tour guides.
I have no subs for tomorrow. I need help. So if we arrange it so that the learners are the ones that are walking the people around.
There's a parent outside. I need you to come right now.
Honestly, I don't know where we're gonna put all the kids.
We got a crier!
Oh, come on!
Working with Steve over these past 6 years at the middle school has certainly been quite an adventure. He is absolutely an acquired taste, and we have all learned to grow and love him. In all seriousness, Steve is an amazing partner. He's my right-hand man and has been for quite some time. The relationships that he builds with the kids and the staff and his ability to problem solve and make some of my thoughts into reality as a doer is really awesome. So I really appreciate all the opportunities we get to work with him, and I'm so proud of him.
We jokingly say that everything is better with Benner, but truly, he definitely helps round out the team. He makes Amy's thoughts reality, and he also conceptualizes all the talking that we do together and gets the work done. He brings life, he brings hope, he brings passion to the middle school. He has so many learners who love him and care about him so much. There's no one more deserving of tenure, and we absolutely celebrate all of his greatness.
At the end of the day, just getting ready to say goodbye to the kids for dismissal. It's going to be a nice day.
Dunk on! Have a nice day, Mr. Benner.
See you later, buddy. Have a good day.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Dunk on!
Maddox, Have a good day, Mr. Duda.
Mr. Benner's always outside to make sure everyone had a nice day and that everyone gets home safely. Whenever you need Mr. Benner to be serious, he will be serious and do his job, but he's also someone that you can have fun with during the school day, and it's something that makes me want to come to school. Mr. Benner's also, wait, Mr. Benner, I'm getting an important phone call.
Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Every day, Costa, every day. So after school, one of the many things I do is visit the sports that are in the building. So for example, today we have wrestling. What's up, gentlemen? Are we excited about the wrestling match today?
Yeah, I'll take you on right now. You want to go? Let's go.
Oh, so you were wondering about that Mr. Benner guy. Well, Mr. Benner's a very nice guy. He comes to all of our wrestling practices to come support us. He also comes to our MMS sports games.
I agree with you, but sometimes he thinks he's a coach and always bosses us around. I'll take him any day of this week.
You're right, Jenny, you're right. While he may not be the coach of the wrestling team, he is the coach of us.
He helps us not get in trouble, he helps us make good decisions around the school, and he overall just motivates the whole school.
Yeah, you guys are right. That's why Mr. Benner is the best dean we'll ever have.
Quickly stopping here down at the Fab Lab for robotics, checking in on our teams. They're competing next week. What's up, robotics? Neil Monkeys. Can you tell me what we're working on down here?
Right now we're working on a robotics script for the competition on Monday. I appreciate you for always showing up and helping us out.
Mr. Benner always comes to our robotics competitions to help support and motivate the Mini Monkeys and the Cyber Mustangs.
Mr. Benner came down to the Robotics Center every day to help us with our innovation projects and gave us ideas on how we can make our worldwide talent show even better.
Mr. Benner also goes into each class to just check in on each of the students to make sure that everyone's okay.
Mr. Benner lets me stop by his office after school and we chat about my grades in school. Also, I dare you to email my mom, Mr. Benner.
Have to do a quick change to turn into Ben Crease from Mineola Kai. Okay, I'm now Ben Crease, ready to film Mineola Kai. Let's go in. All right, people, are we ready to film Mineola Kai?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
All right, ready?
Can you get a Chick-fil-A?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Jimmy, I don't care.
All right, try again. No laughing. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Jimmy, I don't care.
People, we gotta get the cakes right. One more. 3, 2. Giggles, I want to get home tonight. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Jimmy, I don't care. I said it.
That's it. That's it. She's up.
Mr. Benner spends a lot of time filming and editing for Mineola Kai over the weekends and takes time out of his day to do stuff for us.
So the purpose of Mineola Kai is kind of to teach learners and kids a fun way of getting more of self-management, and Mr. Benner really helps with that. Not just in the show, but in real life.
Not only does Mr. Benner put time in for editing for Mineola Kai, but he also does his regular job as a dean and makes sure that our grades are good and we behave and make sure we're safe.
Mr. Benner's always around if I need to talk, and yeah.
Mr. Benner also has a middle name, which is Edward.
Hey!
Benner!
Just putting the finishing touches on an episode of Mineola Kai coming out this week.
Get down and give me 50. Yes, that's it.
Oh, I think I hear the phone ringing. Hold on. Hi, Mrs. Lago.
Hi, Mr. Benner. I'm not sure what we need to do here. We have a new idea. You've already been slimed. You've already been stuck to the wall. What else can we do? We think we've got it. How do you feel being sprayed with color as a rainbow for the color run?
So what can I say about Mr. Benner? He's always there to help us for PTA when we need him, when we call. We have functions, we have fundraisers, he's always there.
I loved working with Mr. Benner when I was PTA president for the past 2 years. And I will say that when my time was done, he did weep dramatically. And it was hard for both of us, but I think it's just because we both love the kids, we both put the kids first.
He is a role model for the kids in the building, my sons, they absolutely love him.
He was awarded the honorary member award from the PTA, the Lifetime Achievement Award.
To quote my son Nico, he said, Mr. Benner has individual relationships with all the kids. It makes everyone feel special, and I feel the same way.
When we did our awesome penny war the first year, which the kids loved, he helped me make it very equitable so that every student could participate.
Mr. Benner is really an asset to this building and also to the PTA of the school, and we love having him here, and we can't wait for him to be here for years to come.
So good luck, Mr. Benner, and I think that Mineola Middle School is super happy and lucky to have him.
On my way into Synergy to thank the Board of Ed for ratifying the AMSA agreement, because I'm also the president of the Administrators Union here in Mineola. So let's go inside and thank the board. AMSA is a small but mighty unit. There's only 21 of us, compared to the teachers. But I want to quote actually Dr. Ballantyne and Mr. Talty from a handful of meetings back. We were very proud of our unit when you guys felt that we are not managers, but we are educators and leaders, and we take that seriously here. Finish this Synergy. Heading over to the high school now after a quick wardrobe change for jazz night. Got my bass all ready for jazz night before the night concludes. Very excited to play Sing, Sing, Sing.
So it's one thing to have a dean that supports the arts and everything that you do and everything you want your kids to embody, but it's another one who actively shows how important it is to him and how much of a part of his life it is, even if he isn't specifically a music teacher. It's really embodied as something important to him, and he represents that to all of our kids here in Mineola. And on top of that, he also is not hesitant to jump on in. I mean, you've seen him on Spirit Days, but it takes quite a lot of courage to hop on stage dressed as Santa, making all the 7th grade dreams coming true, memorizing his music to be able to rock out with our band. We're really lucky here.
Yeah, and Mr. Benner always knows who's naughty and who's nice. Santa!
I'm about to pull out on my way home after a really successful and busy day. Wait a minute, I just got an email. Mr. Benner, the Mineola Chi link doesn't work. Fix it ASAP. I gotta get home.
Mr. Benner is not only my social studies teacher, but I'm the assistant director of Mineola Chi. I do everything, but he just takes all the credit. Even though it looks like Mr. Benner spends all of his life doing Mineola Chi, he helps a lot with student council, and he's a great teacher, and he does a lot for the school.
You know what? Maybe we'll just fix it tomorrow. On to another day in Mineola. Good night.